Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and this is Crusader Kings 2, the Byzantine Empire. And once again, I come to you, my viewers, for help. There's two things I'm wondering about. One, every single time I start this game, it makes me check the boxes for the mods that I'm playing with. And that's annoying, because you have to check each box twice before a check even appears. And I was wondering if there was some way to circumvent that the game just automatically starts with the mods checked. So I don't have to do that. I know it's just a trifle annoyance, but it is an annoyance nonetheless. The next thing that I want to ask is that we have done a lot of work to make our empire gender neutral, in the sense that women can inherit on the same grounds as men, and also I can name both women and men to most council positions. However, one thing that I have noticed is that I have a whole lot of honorary titles to give to the men in my family, including Despo, Sebastocrator, and Caesar, and Choropalates. So those are 4 titles that I can only give to my sons, and considering that giving away honorary titles is a good way to make vassals like you more and prevent rebellions, and I have vassals that are likely to be female as well as male, it only seems sensible that things should be changed, that I can award these higher titles to the women as well as the men in my empire. So if anyone knows a mod or a way that I can go into the system files and make that change so that these titles can be given out to anyone, I would very much appreciate that. Another thing about titles that really kind of annoys me is that Tip here, my heir, should really be the Despo, which is the highest honor. But because I gave him the honor of Caesar when he was younger, he is a Caesar to the Byzantine Empire, and I cannot award him another one of those 3 titles, Despo, Sebastocrator, or Choropalates. Now, it only seems sensible to me that you can upgrade someone's title for a better one, and then give out the lower one to someone else. That happens all the time, I think, in history. But apparently not in this game, so I can name anyone in my entire empire, well, any male in my entire empire, the Despo, but not my oldest son and heir, because I already named him Caesar. And that is annoying. Is there any way to fix that anywhere around that, or is that just something that I have to deal with? It seems like despite making a wonderful game, Paradox just did some really interesting things that are just kind of annoying. Let's see, what else is going on? Have you all seen the... I know this has nothing at all to do with Crusader Kings 2 or the Byzantine Empire, but... please forgive me a little digression. Have you seen the trailer video for Batman Arkham Knight? It looks amazing. I mean, I know there's no actual gameplay footage, but just the thought behind the game and the effort they put into that movie is just so cool. And after being very disappointed with Arkham Origins, I am looking forward to a return to form in Arkham Knight. The other gaming-related bit of news is that I pre-ordered Age of Wonders 3. I know, pre-ordering games is kind of a bad thing because the game might suck, and there you are. But frankly, I was going to buy it on day 1 anyways, and pre-ordering gives you a few extra things. So I figured, why not? And plus, some of the reviews that I've heard so far have been positive. And my own looking at what they've provided to us, that's generally given me a positive opinion as well, so I don't think it's going to be as big a risk as it could potentially be. So I'm looking forward to that. Neither game, of course, will I be LPing, because unlike some of the more professional, or shall I say full-time LPers, I'm barely a part-timer. I have a full-time job, and so really I can only do 1-2 games at a time, and so certainly expanding my repertoire to include many games is probably a bad idea. And I know that a lot of really stellar LPers, such as DOS24680, Tokshin, and of course Surreal Beliefs, are interested in Age of Wonders 3. So, anyway, if you'll notice here, it looks like some kingdoms are revolting from the Kingdom of Italy, which is good for us and provides us an opportunity, perhaps, if the revolt is successful. I'll wait and see, because it's just too much trouble to get my troops to Italy unless there's a real shot that we can win. I have conquered almost all of the Duchy of Nicaea, with only the province, the county of Kyzikos left. So once I get a claim on this guy, I'm taking that, and I will have achieved my goal of having the Duchy of Nicaea and the Duchy of Thrace, and those are two very wealthy duchies. Speaking of wealth, I was talking in the last episode at the end of a holy war against these guys, but now I'm a little worried about it. I'm thinking of backtracking because Marcus, I know I say this every video, but he's getting pretty old. He's 61 years old, and should he kick the bucket while we're in the middle of a holy war and our retinue is getting trashed and we're just barely escaping with victory, and then Tip inherits, we could lose everything. I mean, everyone can revolt. I mean, he really needs the Varangians and he needs his retinue to secure his ascension. So I'm thinking we might want to just chill a little bit on the holy war. Maybe try to take this province up here as a de jure claim and wait till Tip is a little more established to start holy warring all over the place. I think that might be a more sensible way to go about this. It looks like when my dear son Tolstoy passed, that his son Neophytos of Constantinople was added to my list of characters of special interest, but the son that I like better, Marcus, named after me, was not. So we're going to add him because, yes, he's my favorite of the two. Now, I'm not going to have to add Miyuki's children until she passes, and then I'll pick one or all of them as well. We can look at kind of the dynasty here. I mean, it doesn't really change a lot. The Aurelius dynasty is simply the Byzantine Empire. We haven't gone beyond the borders of that. The Karlings are the rulers of many nations. And you have the Arpads in Hungary, the Bulgarsko in Bulgaria, and of course the Abbasid dynasty and the Safarid dynasty here. So really, at this stage, with the exception of the Karlings, the dynasties and the countries that they are the dynasty of tend to run together. So what am I going to do? Well, let's start moving forward here. And I think I'm going to move over here and try to take this as a de jure claim. Oh, yes, the Count of Eintab, of course. And our Sacalarios has got us more money, which is fantastic, because again, when Tip ascends to the throne, we're going to need a lot of money to pay off a lot of people. And hopefully you'll all help me with the titles, so that we can give out honorary titles to our female as well as male duchy owners. I was going to say dukes, but dukes and duchesses, I suppose. So, where Eintab is the one we just took, right? Okay, so I own that personally, and I don't want to. So, let's get out of the screen here. There we are. Actually, that's not what I want to do either. We have a mosque. I'm not going to do this all myself. Why would I do something like that? You know what, where did I didn't put any other family around here, did I? No. So, Eintab. You know, Dr. Quacksalver, since you seem to be completely uninterested in having children, I might as well, yeah, she's still not pregnant. She's not going to have any kids. I might as well give you guys that county over there, including lower titles. So now you're landed and good to go. Alright, let's go up here. Let's declare war on this child. We can do that, right? Yep. And we're taking him out. On pause. He's naming his council. The Caliph has created the title the Emirate of Oman, and he has become the Emir of Oman. Well, wonderful. And it looks like the civil wars that were plaguing the Abbasids, or I'm sorry, it wasn't civil wars, they were fighting against the Safarids, and frankly, I'm not sure how that is going. It appears that they are still at war. They are still at war, but I don't have any intelligence as to where those troops are going, what they're doing. And Kreptwer, the Duchess of Adrianople, has named a female, Eulalia, her spymaster. I'm liking this. The more special interest characters I have, the more interesting the game becomes as I get more and more information on what's going on. Kill them, please. Oh, shoot. Don't kill them yet, though. Pause. Really, Zara? You're my best living general? Where did all the... Oh, he probably died of old age, right? Yeah. Well, you're my daughter-in-law. I need you to have babies. But you are a good general. You're a great general, actually. You're unyielding. You're an organizer, so you move fast, which our armies desperately need, and you're a brilliant strategist. Yeah, you're going to lead this. Wives are dime a dozen, but great generals are very rare. Alright. We should have no trouble against this kid. And at that point, we'll have pretty much everything that we can get without attacking either the Abbasids or the Saffarids. I could also declare war on Georgia, but look at them. I mean, they are surging. They're all the way up here. So they must be able to recruit a ton of troops. I don't know if necessarily I want to mess with them at this point. They're too far away from my power center, and frankly, Georgia's not that rich. I mean, I don't think they are, at least not compared to the area around Antioch down here. Already at 72% war score. Okay, Quacksalver seems to be revoking a lot of titles. That's fine, he can do what he wants, it's his county. Grefwer already has a daughter, Gabriella. A pretty name, not the one I would have chosen. Let's see here. And this war, I guess, is still going on in Italy. However, I do believe that the Karlings are going to win, although they seem to be... Lombardy seems to be joining in on the action. Now, Bavaria, who I am allied with, I believe is still Karling. Yes, they are still Karling. Wow, Karling is big. They're very powerful. But they are my allies. So that's good. I wonder if they'll still be Tip's allies. I'm not 100% sure on how that works. Kreftwer, we cannot call to war, but she's our vassal, so she has to do what we say. And yes, I can call Yikolit's brother-in-law, who is the Duke of Apulia. I can call my brother-in-law, the Count of Haya, and I can call Simon Karling, the Count of Oberbayern, my son-in-law. Okay. Or I can't. Sorry, I can't call Simon Karling. Only the green ones can I call. So no, the King of Bavaria I cannot call. That's very interesting. Oops. Alright. How's this war going here? Slow, I suppose. Let's look at the world. Saffarids and Abbasids, of course, are very big. We're very big. Italy's here. Umayyads are doing pretty well, although it looks like they're stuck in Spain now with the Idrisids down here. Hard to tell them apart because they're all green colored. West Francia, Lotharingia. Okay. Miyuki's making some changes. East Francia. Norway has been formed, so that's something. And now there's Gardarki and Konugarder. Still, the Rus still aren't around yet, like Kiev. Oh, Shadiabak's Guardian has passed on. I'll finish off your education, Shadiabak. You're almost a woman grown, I believe. Yeah, you were 12, only 4 more years. Since you are the crown heir after Tip, probably a good idea for me to make sure... Oh, that's right. I was going to let those poor guys out of jail who've been there for 30 years. These 2 guys. You're released. He's an Armenian noble. He doesn't understand that there is no Armenia anymore. And you're released. You want to get married? At 67? Oh, good luck, buddy. Who are you? Oh, doesn't matter. They won't pay for you. And you? No. You're just a kid. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. You're an adult. It's a kid who would be ransoming you. Yeah, you're going to stay in jail. One of the eunuchs of the imperial court has distinguished himself and caught the attention. Bring him before me. The eunuch is brought, and you can tell immediately that he's awesome. Okay, David. Let's take a look at David here. Actually, let's keep the siege going while we look at David. Alright, David, what are you good at? Oh, 26 intrigue. I like that, and now that Tolstoy is gone, I don't think my intrigue is that good. 18. No. Count Photios, I'm sorry, but this guy surpasses you in ability. You're going to study technology, and oh, we're better than Italy now. Anyone better than us? Well, that's not good. My two enemies, the Abbasids and the Saffarids. Our Strategos could be better. Bishop Basileus. Oh, Basileus Macedon is still around? Holy moly. Zara. You can be the Strategos. Sacularos has been doing her job pretty well, so I'm going to let her continue to do that. Alright, so we're cleaning the slate here. Count Eudoxios of Monemvasia accepts the suggestion by Duchess Anastasia that Nicetas Macedon and Gregoria Meniadis should marry. So these two families are marrying together. Where are you? Okay, so you're one of her vassals. That's cool. I really hope we can get this last province before Marcus passes on. Looks like these guys are helping these guys. What 116 guys are going to do, I have no idea. Maybe taking the Caliph and putting him as a person of interest was a bad idea, because he's doing a lot of stuff. Desdemona's temper tantrums. Beat her into being calm. God, I hate that. Okay, but so this will get 70% chance of no effect, 30% chance she'll be patient. So basically, this is the best choice, honestly, because in most cases it'll be okay. Now, if I encourage her to be more patient, she has a better chance of becoming patient, but then she also keeps the chance of being wrathful. But I'm not going to beat poor Desdemona. She has a hair lip. Nope, I failed. She became wrathful, unfortunately. Yep, there she is. Well, I rolled the dice. I lost. She is cynical. She takes after her grandfather. So, Abbasid. Man, you're older than I am. You're like 70 years old, almost 69. As soon as he dies, it's open season on the Abbasids. You know, maybe you guys can help me with another matter. I can send my diplomat to make diplomatic problems between a lord and his vassals. But what I want is I want to take the Caliph and make the Caliphs like direct vassals, like the equivalent of the dukes, to be upset with him. But you can't do that. If I were to put my diplomat in the vassals, or sorry, in the Caliph's main territory, it's just going to make his mayors and imams mad at him. So there probably is no way to do this, but if there is a way that I can kind of foment revolt in the Abbasid Empire and the Safarid Empire, I would love to know how to do that so that I can do that. Right. Okay, I'm now the Count of Karin. Do I have any more children without lands besides Tip? Zinger, how are you doing? You don't have land, but your wife, Zahra, who is my Strategos, is not pregnant. No, you're staying in the capital because I need your wife to lead my armies. Sorry about that, but it's just the way it is. So that means all of my other children are landed. Well, Ronan can him, but he's not old enough yet. None of my grandchildren are old enough. Give the Patriarch a chance, guys. Jeez. The Bishop of Labadia. If I named him to a count, it would become like a theocracy county. I don't know if I get money from that. Maybe I do. Maybe that'd be interesting to try. And then I could use him as my Patriarch, I guess, if the other one dies. He's a pretty decent dude. Let's see what happens if this happens. Alright. So he is a metropolitan. I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean that the city is the... Oh, okay, no, he's holding a barony, but he'll eventually probably move to the mosque, I would assume, since it's the wrong holding type for him. We'll see. We'll see what he does. Let's... Anyone else we can declare war on? Maybe these guys? Does your claim on this? That's possible. Are you the leader? No, we just have holy wars. There's Tripoli. Nope. Antioch, which is, I could definitely use that, or Aleppo. So he doesn't actually own the city of Antioch. Oh no, that's Tortosa. It's weird that it belongs to somebody else. I just don't think it's a smart move. Let's take a look and see how things be. Okay, we now have more troops than the Arabian Empire and Persia, but not more than them combined. And why does it say score 0? We have a score. I saw it earlier. Oh, but we have a ton more money than they do. Still, though, this would be a very harrowing battle that would cause many problems. And again, I don't want Marcus to die right in the middle of it. Are we still at peace with Bulgaria? I don't think we are. No, we can probably declare war on Bulgaria again. Tip wants to become Sakalarios. Tip, you're the heir. You're going to be emperor. Just chill for a minute. I want Orkrid. Yeah, I could do this. There's no reason why I couldn't. But let's get my troops in place first. And the Caliph is done. Now we're in business. Ramadan Abbasid, are you the new Caliph? You are. Okay. And he has 40% decadence. Let's just see what happens. Let's just keep our eyes on the prize here. So far, things look pretty peaceful. He's imprisoning people. It's always a good sign. Let's speed things up just a little bit. Let's get our troops over here. Anastasia, welcome back to the battle. Okay, he's declining marriage proposals. It's good. It is now the year 903. I rule, man. You're not getting rid of my patriarch. Wish I could name a new patriarch, but it's elective, I think. Okay, there he is. Let's do this. Dear Bulgaria, we're taking your county away from you. Sorry. Love, Marcus Aurelius. My prisoner, let him rot. Alright, this should be a quick and nice little war. Bulgaria has a fair amount of troops, but I'm not sure what they're doing or where they're going. Let's just take the province that we said we wanted to take. If they seem to be making a move toward the capital, we'll move back to intercept them. But for right now, I think we're in good shape. Is war still going on? Yeah, they're still at war with Italy. Here we go. Emir al-Mutawakkil of Medina has declared Emir al-Mutawakkil of Medina's war for Arabian Empire. So we have our first civil war with the Abbasids. Now would be a great time actually to do some holy warring. She's going to get the kind trait. That's good. Kind and wrath. Oh wait, no. Desdemona's wrath. Shadia back is kind. Well, I guess it's okay since Shadia back is going to be Empress. And the Bulgarians have disappeared. They have troops. I just don't know where they are. And the timing was a bit off here. Now would be a great time to strike at these guys in a holy war. Although, since they're all Sunni, they might just put aside their differences and come after me. I never really know. Desdemona was bitten by a snake. Yeah, that's my lass. Good girl. Okay. The Bersaquid conquest of Tortosa. Oh, look at this. More civil wars. Come on, guys. Let's conquer Bulgaria. Let's get this done. I need to move you back. Yicolit has become chancellor for Simon Carling, who is in prison, but he's heir to the king of Italy? What? Oh. If this worked out somehow that I just took over the Kingdom of Italy without doing anything, that would be so great. That would make me so happy. Give the Patriarch a chance. Wow, everybody wants a piece of that Patriarch. Victory. 3% war score. Okay, that's definitely not going to work. We need to go engage these guys. We need to murder all of them. Who needs a Guardian? I can find someone better. Oh, Ronan Canham. Shoot. I want you to be a great military leader. That's what I want. So who's the best at that? Zara. But she's... No, she's Greek. Okay, cool. She's going to teach you how to be awesome. Well, alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be searching for the Bulgarian troops, who apparently I need to take out in order to get a higher war score, because right now I'm missing my chance to score some serious victories against the Abbasids, and that makes me very sad. Meanwhile, good old Marcus is 63 years old and just keeps on ticking. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.